Okay, so it is the end of the day. It's 8:51 p.m. It is November 26, 2024, and I am tucked away, ready to go to sleep in a minute. I've most definitely been, hold on, you guys. I most definitely have been kind of dealing with a lot today. But one of the main things that I really wanted to focus on was making sure that I had enough food to last me over the course of the holiday and moving into the first week of December. So I was like, okay, let me just see what I can gather, what I can get going on. So that was good. Another thing that I found very useful for me was taking personal time for myself while I was out and about. I wanted to go and see my child, but unfortunately, they said that they put her in a space where, unfortunately, I'm not able to see where she is. And I don't think that that's a trustworthy situation. There's something very odd going on, and it's just so much being done behind my back. And I wish that it wasn't done behind my back. I wish that the betrayals hadn't happened. I wish that, because I can sense the energy. I'm like, that's the energy of betrayal. Oh, that's the energy of someone not liking me. Oh, that's the energy of, I break down energies a lot, just casually in a lot of my videos, but I don't think people really listen to that because they're possibly looking for other information, right? So, but the energy is giving that, my daughter is somewhere that she ain't got no business being. You know what I'm saying? She's not supposed to be there at all, wherever she is. So I am really just trying to, kind of be as patient as possible, because I know that sometimes people will do shit like this just so that they can get a reaction out of you. Like, oh, okay, if she don't give you a reaction for this, she'll definitely give you a reaction if you do this. And it's just kind of like, no, that's trying to play with me and play with things that I love is not the best way for you to try to get a reaction out of me. Makes sense? So, especially when I barely even know exactly what all is happening. I can piece together what is happening in the moment, but when it comes to connecting moments, I would probably need a little help. Make sense? And so with me asking for that help, I don't know what all is happening out there. Nobody wants to tell me. And once again, I'm not going to continue to, to repeat myself, because I really do hate repeating myself. But a lot of people are saying that, oh, well, she's saying the same thing and this and that. Well, that's because you've been listening to stuff that you're not supposed to be listening to. You know what I mean? Like, there's information that I have put out there in private voice memos that should not have been leaked at all, ever, unless I put them out. So you're listening to stuff that I'm now saying on the record, but I had already been saying off the record, just for my personal files, connecting dots and things like that. That's why you think I'm being repetitive, because there's a lot of information that I just, I speak on in private just so that I can connect my dots, not for anyone else. And it has become a burden for me to, have to, it's like, damn, how do I keep files now? Because I can't really keep files. People are all up and through my shit, and they shouldn't be. And I'm like, well, I don't know, babe. You're going to have to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be easy for you to, to keep files, because they're going to steal them and leak them and put them out. And you actually have to be careful, even when you're doing test videos, and audio and things like that, where you're just testing sound or testing a new device or something like that, because they're going to put it out there and you won't have time to edit anything, and they'll put you out there any kind of way. They don't care how you look. They want you to look as bad as possible from what I've been seeing. They want you to look really bad. They want you to look reckless. They want you to look bad. They want you to look like you're clueless. They want you to look crazy. They want you to look anything that they can use, possibly, now that I'm starting to connect some things, possibly in a court of law. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is an example of what we're talking about. And this is like, no. Where did you get this? Oh, I got this off of, from online and this and that. Well, it doesn't sound like this woman is not in her right mind. This woman is in her right mind. This woman she seems like she's in sound mind and body from what I can see. So let's talk about that. No one should be going to court on my behalf. No one should be trying to be responsible for me, an individual who is capable of seeing after herself and children, holding down the household, working, earning money, the whole nine, managing a life and other people's lives as well, which is what I'm being blocked from doing. So it would make sense that I'm being blocked from doing that because maybe somewhere else in the world, someone needs to convince a court of law or a group of people that I am supposedly incompetent. Isn't that interesting how people can do things like that? I know that I've seen people, like take care of elderly people, and then, they become like, I think is it a conservator or like a person who manages that elderly person's money, and then they give the person money whenever they want, and they take care of most of their needs, if not all of them, and they just kind of hold on to the money for a while, right? I'm not one of them people. I don't need anybody to hold on to anything for me. And if I did, that would be a conversation that I would not be ashamed to have between me and whoever that person would be, or whoever that institute would be. Could be a financial institution, who knows, but that's between me and them. I am an entity myself, just all by my lonesome. I am an entity. So when I get to talking to other entities and connecting with them, there is a process that comes along with that. And I haven't been invited into a process. I haven't been invited into any meetings where maybe someone wants to discuss my finances or something like that. I think maybe they haven't because maybe they know that the first question is going to be, why are you in my finances? Why are you looking into my finances? And then that would possibly give away some things like, I don't know, maybe somebody might have been trying to take from me or something like that. Maybe somebody was trying to do something malicious to me, like on a whole other level. Because what I'm seeing is that I'm seeing people playing with life. That's what I see. I see people playing with life. I see people playing with death. I see people playing with families. I see people playing very dangerous games out there. That's what I'm seeing. But then on the other side, on the flip side, I can see that there's a group of people out there who they understand me. They're not as loud as the group of people who are, really, really messed up in how they speak about me or to me, but they're not as loud as them, but they're there. Okay. And that's what I tell you about real ones, because we are very subtle. We're very subtle. It take you a minute to know, like, oh shit, that's one of them ones. Okay. Like it takes a minute, because we don't want to be bothered with useless energy either. Okay. Um, but I do, so we don't always go out there just, with some type of sign on our shirt or on our, forehead saying, yeah, I'm a real one. Come, and use me up and use me for, good energy and being a battery in your back on the days when you don't have, any energy or any motivation or whatever, Yeah, call me and dump all your problems on me. Hell no, we are not doing that. We are not. Okay. Period. But anyway, I hope that one day I can, you know, meet some people who are kind of like me, because I don't think I've met anybody like me, and I think that's the main reason why I have such a solo journey, because it's like I don't really trust anything that I'm seeing or hearing from anyone, and I think I have good reason to be like that, you know. Um, I don't know why people pick on me, y'all. I do not know. I think it's because I have a certain naivete that people find funny or they find kind of charming in a sense, but not to the point where they can tolerate it every day, all day. And I'm like, well, for me, I'm okay with who I am and I like being who I am, and I'm okay with moving in that direction and just growing from where I am right now. If you don't like that, then you ain't got to be around me. You really don't. Trust me. I would rather you not. If you do not like me, please keep your ass away from me. Okay? Because I don't need that energy. Most of the time I'm jovial. I'm happy. Most of the time I'm able to, even on my bad days, I'm able to muster up a smile. I'm able to, pick myself up and move forward. I still get out and do my thing regardless, whether it's a good day or a bad day. And I don't want anybody around me that's going to be around me with that toxic energy that literally creates murky waters around everything that's pure within me and that's around me. I don't want that. So when people tell me to go away and all that type of stuff, I'm like, these people are they're really convinced that I am just like such a nuisance. Like, this is not a public platform. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, I trip off. I'm like, people, I don't know. But I get it also because, people feel like, girl, you speaking on some stuff and, people gonna try to come and get you, and, you don't need to be seen. You need to, you need to get ghosts, and I get it. But has anybody really thought about what it might be standing in my shoes after going through what I've gone through? After being put through what I've been put through, after being slandered the way I've been slandered, you have to realize somebody's literally like trying to do a documentary on me, from what I understand. I learned about that back in 2020, I think. I think it was 2020. I learned about that back in 2020. That there was a possibility that someone was trying to do a documentary on me, and I didn't understand why. I was like, well, what's so special about me that you would want to do a documentary? You probably would have done better trying to partner with me and say, listen, I don't want to freak you out, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I first, saw you when you were doing this project, and now I just wanted to see what you were up to, so I've been keeping up with you and this and that. I wouldn't be freaked out behind that. What freaks me out is somebody who is trying to, like go all the way, getting licensing and publishing and opportunities on my behalf, or acting as if there's someone that I know and I don't even know who they are. That's what kind of freaks me out a little bit. It's like, whoa, this is like a real life stalker situation. Imagine if the stalker was like someone I used to be with, like my ex or something, like my kid's dad or something, right? because I only have one ex. That's the crazy thing about it. Isn't that sad? I know, y'all. I know. I should probably date just for the hell of it so I don't have to say that anymore. If not for anything else, you know what I'm saying? I should probably date because come on now. Look at, I should probably date. But like I was saying earlier, I'm not really in the mood, and y'all see what I'm going through, and it's just, that don't match. I have to get my life together first. And so, but that would freak me out, you know. There's some information out there that I wish people would just come up off that information and let me know what's going on, as opposed to just holding on to it as if, it's like, oh, well, she should do her own research and learn who she is. Didn't she say, learn thyself, know thyself? That's some hater energy. That's some hating ass energy, boy. But it is what it is. But at the same time, I can laugh about it because I know that part, at least that part, is true for sure. But I'm not gonna play too many guessing games with y'all either, because we all grown at this point. From what I understand, it's only a couple kids that are playing around, trying to get their stripes and shit, playing around doing little stuff, to contribute to whatever this is, so they can move up in ranks. And I just feel like, it's cool, it's whatever. I ain't worried about the babies. I just hate that they're being, steered in a certain direction that, may land them in some trouble in the future. But yeah, imagine that. Imagine somebody doing that to me. And then imagine somebody getting like all the money and then paying child support out of the money. So I would be paying myself child support, using him as a filter, and he would be. That's why I said, I was like, people will do you dirty, child. Ain't no telling what the fuck was going on around here. Why you guys think I didn't care so much about, calling them people and cutting it off? I said, okay, you want to get the baby? Cool. You finally got him after 15 years, huh? You finally decided you want to be a father. Wonderful. I am not opposed to that. I've never been opposed to that. Let's go ahead and make this thing happen. Let me call over here to child support, and we're gonna go ahead and throw that case out. You don't have to pay anything, and just make sure you meet his needs. I came up with a co-parenting agreement. He completely disregarded that. And then next thing you know, I'm having issues, and now my son is, he's not there with his father. And so I'm like, well, you basically just tried to pull a super dad move so that I would do that, with the child support. Then you can hold on to your little money, and then you put the kid out. Isn't that dirty? That's fucked up, isn't that? I said, Lord, I tell you about these men. I tell you, honey. But anyway, moving forward, because it's not anything that I wouldn't expect anyway. So I said, you know what? Let him keep the money. I ain't worried about it, because y'all don't know. I was using that money to keep a roof over my kid's head for a portion of the month, child. Stuff that we going through, so I don't, if he wants to take them, wonderful. They'll have stability again, reestablish stability. They'll be in a familial environment, siblings, and, mother, father, family structure. I'm looking at that type of thing. Like, yes, they definitely need that. You are more than welcome to take them for a little while. And child, it did not work out. You feel me? It didn't work out at all from what I understand. There's a lot of arguments and stuff. And I said, well, had you come around them while they were little and, not tried so hard to make me a villain, when you could have just manned up and said that you didn't want to be a dad right then and there. All you had to do was just be honest, with me and with your children and with yourself. And, but he didn't want to do that. So, what ended up happening was, because he kept avoiding, rebuilding that bond with the children, when they got grown, he thought he was going to come in and pull that shit. And I said, baby, I don't know. Because I know how my kids can be. They are part my children, so I'm like, I don't know how this is going to work out, but we're going to see. And, it didn't work out for the better. So, yes. So I'm going to go ahead, you guys, because I can, I've been chilling, you guys. I just had a protein shake. I'm chilling. And I'm like, I've got a lot of energy, but I do need to turn it in because I need to get up and go to the career centers tomorrow. And I need to look for a job regardless of what's going on. I don't think people understand, like, I need to work, you know, and I don't want to work in entertainment. I'm not interested in working in the arenas that people are trying to convince me to work in. I'm like, I don't really want to be in that. That's not my thing, so, and then when I go off and start my own thing, then people are blocking it, and it's fucked up because it's like, okay, so which way do I go to regain my self-sufficiency? You know what I'm saying? And it's like there's this energy that's like really, really hindering that. And it's exhausting. All right. So if I get on here and I'm asking you guys to help me out with some answers, help me out with some answers. Y'all already know them people did me dirty. You know that. You know that. They lied on me. They talk shit about me. That they put me out there in a way that I wasn't supposed to be put out there. It's just a lot, and then if I talk about my personal life, just in general and briefing, just real brief, honey, I can tell you, like, the prospects that I've had in the past, I said I would never date anybody from my past. For what? We've already tried that. No thanks. So yeah, no. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say for right now. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. And hopefully it won't be repetitive. Bye.